What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to take a look at Cyberpunk 2077 on the Shield TV Pro at 4K with the RTX 3080. These rigs are going to be going live for a lot more people, and they might be wanting to play this game, and I thought it would be interesting to go through and show you how I'm doing 4K 60 FPS. So this game is still very difficult to run at 4K, even for a 3080. So what I have started here is we're going to leave field of view at 80. That's the default for this testing video. I'm leaving it there for everything. We're at the high preset right now with all this stuff turned off with film grain, lens flare, motion blur. I would normally turn that stuff off anyway. Everything else left here to the high preset. Ray tracing's off. DLSS is on quality. Now I do have VSync being used here at the 4K because there's no adaptive sync yet that I know of on the Shield TV, and this provides a smoother experience on the 60 Hz 4K TV to have it that way. It's just much smoother panning around the screen, so that's why I've opted for that here since we are capping 60 anyways. Look at the load time here. Something else I want to highlight when I click continue here in real time. These SSDs on the PCI Express 4.0 also make a big difference along with the Threadripper CPU. So it's not just about the 3080. It only took a few seconds there. It's about the whole system that really gives you that experience here on this premium tier with GeForce Now. So as you can see, as I get into the game here with my settings, we should stay at a fairly solid 60 FPS, and it looks gorgeous even at this without any ray tracing, without going full ultra, which I'll show those other settings here in a little bit. Just hang with me. We're going to go through a lot more, and I'll show you how I kind of got to this. But the game looks fantastic and is running great. Now, you can have HDR as well. I don't really do HDR content yet here on the channel too much. It can get a little bit finicky, but locally here at 4K HDR, this game shines and looks gorgeous and is running really smooth on the 3080, much like Guardians of the Galaxy. Super impressed at this 4K quality stream. It's pretty insane how good this is. So let's go over into the settings. I want to talk a little bit more about what we've got going on here. So we're just going to make some changes. We're going to go into the quick preset, and we're going to go to ultra for everything, including ray tracing. All right, now I'm going to leave the default field of view. I'm going to turn this stuff off each time so that we're good to go. Motion blur off, and then I'll scroll down and show you we're maxed out here, and then we've got all of our ray tracing on. Now I am going to use auto here, which should be like performance or high performance. It's not the best quality for DLSS, but this is what it uses for that much ray tracing. Again, this game's difficult to push, but it does take a lot of the crispness out for me. Also, you're not going to cap at 60. If you look at the FPS up at the top left corner, which I'll keep up throughout the whole video, it will dip, and in different areas of the game you're going to experience different performance. And for me, it just really wasn't worth it at 4K. Now you can change your resolution and solve all these problems as well, but focusing on 4K and focusing on the Shield TV Pro for this, I'm wanting to get that solid 60, right? Even with a little bit of DLSS help. So let's go into Ultra. Again, turn this stuff off here. Now I'm just using presets for the ease of things. You can always adjust any of these settings individually that you want to. Now on Ultra, I'm going to leave DLSS off for a second. We're just going to run full native 4K, and I'll show you that here, which is going to be tough for it to do, but it can do it, you know, above 30 FPS, and if this is the way that you wanted to go and you're all right with that lower frame rate, you would definitely be able to do that. Me personally, I like to run this game at a pretty solid 60 no matter what it takes, and that was my focus here, but you could definitely get away with Ultra even with no DLSS here. Now let's go ahead and do some quality DLSS, which I like to use here. Gets us very close to native when using that, and you can see here it raised our FPS a bit. It's still going to jump around a bit. But yeah, it's definitely playable if that's the way that you wanted to go with this. Again, it doesn't hit our target of 60 FPS in this video, but it's a playable experience. I mean, no matter really what you want to do with the graphics in this game, it's going to be playable on this tier, just depending on what your goals are. So as we get in here, again, like I said, you can go in here and change individual settings as well, and you can really tweak this to get the most out of it at 60 FPS. So even my high preset, you could turn things up or down or adjust things and get however you want to get there. But for this video, I just wanted to keep it easy with the presets. Now I'll go into balanced DLSS, which I do use quite a bit, still on Ultra with no ray tracing, and you'll see we do bump up a bit more. We get closer to that 60. Now, if I go to performance, we'll hit 60, but again, I don't like performance DLSS. I think I lose too much 4K image quality. I like quality, or balanced is fine, but preferably quality if I'm really trying to get the crispest images possible at 60 FPS. I hope that makes sense. So we'll go in here. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my high preset. We'll go ahead and get things back into what I was running for the 60, turning my contact shadows on though. Come down here, and we're going to do a DLSS quality. This is going to keep me looking very, very crisp for the 4K with the DLSS doing its thing there. and this will settle in and get me back to my 60. And you will rarely, even in many other parts of the game, you will rarely dip below 60 with this setup. So you would be good to go, and it runs fantastic on the Shield. No complaints, no problems at all with this setup. Now again, like I said, you can get to this in other ways. This isn't the end all be all to get the 4K 60 on the Shield TV, but I think this could be helpful for those of you who are going to be trying the RTX 3080, want to play some Cyberpunk, and you want to know, how to get a solid 60 FPS. This is one way to do it. So I've put together some nice 4K scenes from the game for you guys to check out. If you want to see more what this game looks like without me talking through it, at my preset here. And thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, and leave me your comments below. Thanks again for coming to watch, and I'll see you in the next one.
Please provide your destination.
Destination, Lizzie's Bar.
Noted. En route.
This is N54 News broadcasting with a breaking story for you. A conference of the European Space Council screeched to a grisly halt following a failure in a neural stabilization system. 5 European Space Council members are dead, while 3 remain in critical condition. Authorities are still looking into what might have caused this shocking incident. The council members were all wearing Biotechnica-provided devices. The corporation's representatives have, as yet, refused to comment. Our reporter is on the scene. We'll have updates on developments as they come to light. Stay with N54 News for the latest. Welcome to Lizzie's.
There's that green
This is your destiny. This is your destiny. This is your destiny. Multiply the dynasty.
Don't come here often, do ya? It's good to see you, cabron. Now sit down and tell me what's got your shorts in a knot.
It's good to see you too, Jack. How you been?
I got sparks flying between the Valentino boys and Maelstrom. Eddie's there for the taking, as long as you don't get flatlined. You know how it is. Can't complain, but we ain't here to shoot the shit about me. Let me hear about this problem of yours. No profile. Are we fucking late? Is that her? Is that our target, V?
Sandra Dorset's protected under Echelon 2 corporal immunity. Our girl's top shelf. This one's packing black market Zeta Tech repros. Typical back alley fix-ups. Not
V, mira. Eyes up. Pendejos ahead. Real quiet, V. Careful now.
On your toes. More bodies incoming. They're almost on you.
Quiet, V. They're coming. Wait for your chance. Pick the prick off.
Score big with that prima scrope she's got.
I'll skin you and make a pound for my...
Take this, cabrones!
have to steal problems. Clean it up, clean it out. Don't want to be bringing the target out under fire. And definitely don't want to slow the back.
No way, not neither.
We're out here. ¡Chingada madre!
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Step in the pit with the stakes. City of dreams, city of game. You don't believe in no fate.
Can't stop digging Night City.
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano. Not just any other city. Morgan Blackhand, Andrew Wayland, Adam Smasher. Legends are born here. I'm starving. Let's grab a tight bite. What do you say?
Jackie, they're locking down Watson, remember?
Oh, shit. You're right. Is it just me, or... Knew it. Land on our ass, tailing us. Chado. I don't like this shit. Not one tiny bit. Scab! Hijo de puta!
Fucking drive, Jackie!
Come on, V! Chingada madre!
Can't! Keep her steady!
Hold tight, V!
Holy fuck!
Mierda! Perdón! Got you, asshole! V! Aim for the driver! Chingado! Man of the hour. Jeez, took you long enough. Looked up an appetite, just waiting. Sit down, let me finish this. Then we can drop in on Senor Victor. First stop, Ripper Duck and Holmes. Easy on the gas, huh? I just ate. I was supposed to stop by Vic's anyhow. I got a date. Me and Misty.
You don't say.
She's so sweet. Really gets me, you know? Yeah, this is it. Come on, V. Find me once Vic's done dusting your circuits. We'll hash out what Dex has cooked up for us.